Hi, it's Heather with R-Rated Reviews, and I am on the Isle of Man. This is going to be like my most fun review of ever being anywhere. This place is like, I want to say it's like Disney, but I have not ever had a desire to go to Disney, and I wouldn't want to. But I know that they call it the most magical place in the world. But it's not real. Like Disney creates it. This place is like the real deal. It's like Disney 2.0. Like the stories I've heard, I told you I was going to share. First of all, this place is just fucking beautiful. The people. I really want to live here. I just want to live here. So, first of all, I met like a bunch of people on the dating app I've been on, like 2 or 3 people. They're meeting me for lunch. Like we're going, like I have company. I'm not here by myself. And they're like nice and honest and ethical and trustworthy. And I've heard some stories I have to share. So the author, Bob Stimson, was joking with me when we were overlooking the Irish Sea in one of the islands, having coffee. And he was telling me the story about how during the TT races that he said crime here is just so ridiculously low. There's like virtually no crime here. And he said that his boss used to leave his keys in the car all the time. And I was telling someone the story today, and they were like, yeah, I leave my keys in the everybody leaves the keys in the car. He's like, you're on an island, where are you going to take it? So Bob's boss had to move his car because he needed to find better parking when the TT race was going on, like a bunch of years back. And the next day he went to get his car and it was gone. It got stolen. So he went to report it to the police. And he said within an hour of reporting it to the police, someone called the police station and said, I want to let you know where you can find the car. So the police were like, okay. They go to the car, and there's a note on the seat that said, sorry, couldn't find a ride at 3 a.m. You left the keys. And they left five pounds on the seat for gas and said, thanks for the ride. They didn't even steal it. They borrowed it. And then they returned it and called the police to tell them where they could find it and left money for gas. So when I was telling that story to Craig today, he had said, excuse me, Craig's like, oh yeah, that's nothing. That stuff happens here all the time. So Bob's daughter was telling me, Bob was telling me about his daughter. She took her camera. He bought her a new Minolta camera, and she took it to, a few different cities to take pictures a couple years back when she was home from college. And she put the camera down somewhere and lost it, forgot it. It's this bright yellow Minolta camera. And so she got home and she was upset. She's like, I lost the camera. I think it was in Peel. And her father said, well, call the police department and see if somebody turned it in. And her daughter kind of like laughed. She's like, who's going to, okay. So she calls the Peel Police Department. She goes to the police department. And she said, I lost my camera and I was wondering if anybody turned it in. And he's like, well, you have to describe it to me. And she said, well, it's a Minolta and it's bright yellow. And he goes, oh yeah, somebody just turned it in 15 minutes ago. It's here. You can come get it. So when I was telling Craig that story, he's like, that's nothing. He said, years ago, my boss was walking by on the Loch Promenade, and the city is immaculately clean. There's just no litter, no dirt. It's just clean. It is clean. It looks like it's been dusted. And so he said he was walking on the Loch Promenade, and he saw this bag on the ground. And he looked at it, he was like, what is that doing there? Whatever. He said, but he walked past it and he ignored it. And then the next day, he was walking and he saw it. And he's like, what's with this bag? Why is this bag on the ground? And he opened it up and there was 15,000 pounds in cash in this bag. And, he's like, fuck, somebody lost this. So he turned it in, 15,000 pounds. The guy who left it there was like knew him somehow through some partnership. It was for his business, and he was going somewhere out of town. Excuse me, I think it was casino. And he put it down on the sidewalk while he was loading up his van to go away for business, and forgot it on the sidewalk. And it sat there for 2 days before, and people walking past it. And when the guy found it, turned it into the police. 15,000 pounds in cash. It's like, you don't hear about stuff like that. I'm like, very rarely. I mean, in fact, if you hear something like that, it's such monumental news that you will hear about it because it doesn't happen. Well, here, it's like, yeah, so that's what we do. Like, they're just honest people. This is like a fantastic place. I love this place. So I want to show you yesterday. I got a Manx tartan scarf. And that's what the saying was on the dish towel that I got that you hang, where it says the purple for the heather and the, so it's the Manx tartan. And I got a Manx wool scarf. This is my scarf. And then today, Bob took me to see the Laxey wheel. It's like a water wheel. And next to it is the textile mill. And I got this gorgeous, gorgeous Manx wool cape wrap that I've been wearing all day, and it has been so warm. I lost my pin. I'm like wondering, it's like, can I call the police department and see if something, do you guys have a lost and found? It was this like brown Manx wool flower pin that's supposed to hold my cape shut. I lost it. But I don't know. I'll go back and be like, does anybody find my pin? Somebody like, can you describe it? I'm like, brown Manx flower pin. I'm like, oh yeah, someone just turned it in. I don't even know where to look. Over by the Laxey wheel somewhere. I missed my pin. I got a hat. I got a Manx wool hat. I'm so excited about this. I gotta move the tag. Get this off of here. Hold on. I look homeless. Getting the tag off. I got TJ a hat because he drove me to the airport. He's picking me up from the airport. He's taking care of my chickens while I'm gone, or he's helping the neighbors take care of my chickens while I'm gone. So he loves a hat, and so I got him a paperboy hat because he loves those. He likes them. I got him one when I was in London. He's like, I don't like those, but he did. He liked it. I'm like, you don't know what you like. I do. I love this hat. I have to put it on differently. There we go. I think it's so cute. It's like big and chunky. And I like the color. So it doesn't really go with my scarf, but it might go with tomorrow's outfit. It looks like a present on my head. And I got TJ. I got him a brown paperboy hat last time. News cap last time I was in Bath in London. This time I got him blue. Because this is going to look nice with his eyes. I got him that. And I got a few other little tchotchkes. So, by the way, I was reading about the Manx cat. There's a Manx cat. All the cats, well, not all, a lot of the cats on the Isle of Man have no tail. They're tailless. And it's a genetic thing. And I'm like, I was asking Craig, because I'm like, what's with the, all the t-shirts that have like Manx cat on it? I haven't seen any this Manx cat. Is it like a legend? He said it's folklore that the story behind the Manx cat is that it was the last cat off the ark and the door shut and cut its tail off. And that's why it doesn't have a tail. But cats from the Isle of Man are supposed to be tailless. But I was reading today, it's a genetic thing. And their flag is the three legs. Yeah, you guys all wish you had 3 legs. We call that tripod. Tripod! So I was just checking the bag to see if my flower was maybe in the bottom of it. I looked already, but I looked again. I didn't find my flower. But I picked up some postcards and that hat. So I said, wait a minute. There was a cat outside my hotel last night. It had a tail. It said then that cat was brought in from somewhere else. So apparently it's Nala and Smudge. And I feel really bad because Nala is the one with the pink collar, I guess. So I got this sticker for my Jeep. Isle of Man. Ellen Vanine. And then I got a couple of postcards. So they have the ferry bridge here. And when you cross over the ferry bridge, you have to say hello to the fairies and make a wish as you cross. And the funniest fucking thing happened. So the cab driver told me that coming in from the airport. I'm like, where is it? He's like, we're coming up. Once we cross, get to this spot, we'll be on the ferry bridge. I'm like, what do I do? He said, just say hello to the fairies and make a wish. So I did. I'm like, hello, fairies. And I start making my wish. And then he starts talking. I'm like, well, I'm not done with my wish. He's like, well, that's a long wish. He says, I guess you're wishing to live here. I had just gotten here. I didn't tell him that. And I said, what? Like, are you the fucking fairy? How did you know that? But that was a little, that hit a little close to home. I am seriously contemplating a move here. I don't want to be anywhere else. There's such a difference. So the dating app that I've been on, I'm appalled, fucking appalled at the degree of smut and disgusting messages that I have gotten. I mean, there aren't an insurmountable number of them, but percentage-wise, it's like you talk to 4 people on the app at home, and 3 of them are fucking pigs, and 1 of them is a decent guy, maybe. Here, I've been talking to guys in Dublin, on the Isle of Man. No one, not a single man has spoken to me with any sort of disgraceful, disgusting, piggish verbiage. They haven't asked for inappropriate things. They haven't asked inappropriate questions. They're literally nice guys. Like, so is it just that they're really nice over here? Or are the Americans really fucking assholes? I mean, I can't even begin to tell you some of the disgraceful questions and requests I've had in the very short time that I was on a dating app, and I didn't welcome the questions. I did not put something in my profile that would give them an impression that that's what I was on the app for. And the conversation was not led that way. It just blatantly, chatting with someone. He's like, I'm watching Pornhub right now. You want to send me some selfies? What? Somebody else, like, I hope you're willing to wear hosiery, because that's my fetish. I'm like, I'm sorry, we're at fetishes? You have a fetish? What? Hi, I'm Heather. Hey, have you ever had 10 inches? The real question is, if you had 10 inches, I'm like, dude, you really had it. You had something going for you. Really, you did. And there's absolutely nothing in my profile that would give you the impression I want to be spoken to like that, fucker. And you had to go and ruin it. I'm like, and then I'm thinking to myself, no. Have you ever heard the expression "too much of a good thing"? There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. You have fun with your 10 inches. Keep that fucking thing away from me. You're not gonna turn me into fucking throwing hot dogs down a hallway. This is how I've been spoken to by 3 people in the first 2 days that I was on the app. I've talked to like four or 5 people on the island and two people in Dublin, and not a single person has even hinted or remotely gone anywhere near anything like that. They're nothing but respectable. So I'm wondering, is the American culture really just that disgusting? Or is this place that magical? But I'm happy to be here. I'm really happy to be here. So I'm going to put a few more pictures together. I'm going to go see a play tomorrow. So Adrian is the guy that I met with tonight. Oh my God, the nicest girls that were bartending at Grain and Vine. Sweet girls. I had such a good time there. I'll put food pictures up if anyone's in the area or comes here. Porter Porter's pretty new, but it's a well-known, they call it takeaway, a well-known takeaway place that has really good burgers and fall off the bone ribs. They fell off the bones. I was only going to eat one piece, but they all I'm like, they melted. I'm like, I ate them. Where'd the ribs go? They were delicious and pretty reasonably priced. Porter is like a couple doors down from, it's on the corner of Broadway where my hotel is up the street. And I went to, what was it? The, not the Embassy. Was it the Embassy? Wait. I went to the Empress Hotel tonight, the piano bar, because I called them earlier today and they said that they had piano music tonight and I wanted to hear that. I wanted to hear Music Box Dancer. It's my favorite piano song. I've loved it since I was a little girl. I still have it on a 45 record by Frank Mills. It came out like the year before I was born and I have loved it. I used to collect music boxes that played Music Box Dancer. And piano players either know it or they don't. He knew it. He played it for me. It just made everything. It's such a happy song. And then I went outside to smoke a cigarette and he was on break and he asked me out for tomorrow. So I'm going to go out with the piano player. I was like, I'm going home in a couple of days. Like, everybody knows I'm not here. I'm not here for friends with benefits. I'm not here for one night stands. But you want to hang out and do something fun? Sure. And if I come back in a few months and I live here, I'll let you know. I love this place. I'm going to put the video. I videoed a little snippet of Music Box Dancer. And then from there, that's when we went to Grain and Vine. And I loved Grain and Vine. The girls that worked there were fantastic. Oh my God, they made such a big deal about me when I went in there. Where are you from? It's like, New York. Oh, New York. Like, my shoes, my jeans, everything. I'm like, okay. They were just really fucking cool. And then, where else have I eaten? Everybody tells me I have to go to Wine Down. There's a couple of seafood restaurants I'm going to go to. And then I'm like, out of time. I just want to eat. But Adrian, the guy that I went out with tonight, he sings and does duets, and he works with this like playhouse. So they're doing like a Back to Bacharach, Burt Bacharach, one night only performance from a troupe coming in from the UK, and he's in the last two numbers with the choir. So I'm like, oh, I'll go see that. So he's all excited. I bought a ticket to the play. It's right outside my hotel, like half a block away. So I'm going to go do that tomorrow night. And then he wants to go do karaoke. I said, I will go with you to do karaoke. This doesn't do karaoke anymore because this does not get drunk enough to do karaoke anymore. But I'm having fun. I mean, what a lovely place. It's so welcoming, so friendly. Genuinely friendly and helpful and just, I mean, I feel like I've left reality to come here and I don't want to go back. This is like, what do they call Disney, the happiest place on earth? I don't know, I kind of think this might be close to it, but it's a little more real. They have 4-horned sheep here, 4 horns, and they're just here. They're not anywhere else. And the tail is cat. And I went to the Manx village. They still use thatched roofs, and they work better than regular asphalt. I have pictures of these thatched roofs, and they treat the insides of them, and they are sealed. I'm like, holy shit. Which is where Threshold came from, carrying your bride over the threshold and all that. I was like, oh, I have useless knowledge, I can tell you. I think I showed you the rest of the stuff that I got. those are just a few little things. I'm going to have to find some things I could leave behind, make room in the suitcase. And I will attach some picture clips, things. I love it here. I absolutely love it here. I keep saying I don't want to go home. I feel like I already am, sort of. Like, and I heard that there are Canishes on the island. That there are descendants that are Canishes. That would mean I have family. Like, there might be family here. And there's such nice people on this island that if I found out where they lived, I wouldn't even think twice. I'd go knock on the door and be like, "You're Kenish? Hi. Hi, I think we're related. You know, can I have a holiday with you?" Like, hi. And the place I'm staying is ridiculously friendly. The woman makes my coffee. I'm like, "Please, I'll make my own coffee." I do for you. Like, the rooms are so clean. I tell them, I hung my towel up. I saw the sign. I'll use the towel another day. Okay. And then when housekeeping comes, she takes them and she gives me new towels. They're so accommodating. They're so accommodating. And this place is immaculately clean. It's quiet. The beds are comfortable. I can't say anything. I have nothing negative to say, except I don't want to leave. I just had a date with someone, and it turns out this cat's not stray. She has her own Facebook page. She's the most famous cat on the Isle of Man. It's Smudge. Smudge. She's not, I knew she wasn't stray, but she's got her own Facebook page, and she befriended me. I'm like, she was in my room. I bought her cat food. I've been looking for her. I'm going to come up. She's going to come up. I'm going to feed her. I have to go get her food. I have to be quiet. I think the hotel keeper lives here. Somebody's coming. Shit, there are guests leaving their room. I'm coming back. She's eating. Where's the light in here? I thought the light was on an automatic timer when you came in. It's not coming on for the lounge. I didn't want to get caught. She's eating. Nobody saw you. Nobody saw you. This guy instantly was like, "Oh, that's Smudge." I'm like, "What?" He's like, that's she's not a stray cat. That's the most famous cat on the Isle of Man. She has her own Facebook page. He's like, there were two of them. He pulls up the page instantly. There's a picture of this cat. He's like, "She goes everywhere." I'm like, "She was in my room the other night." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "She's probably not hungry." I said, "Oh, she was hungry. She's eating. I bought her food." Okay, I'm going to take this. We're going to go upstairs to my room so we don't get caught. No wonder she's so trusting. People are taking care of her. This is the nicest island ever. Not just nice island. This is the nicest place ever. Look who's visiting my room. Oh, this is not the same cat as yesterday. This collar's different. What does that say? Feed me? Hold on. Oh, hold on. What does it say? Do not feed me. What does it say? Please do not feed me. Oh, this is not the same cat as yesterday. He said there were two of them. The one from the other day had a pink collar. I fed her. It's too late. I fed her. Uh-oh. I won't give her any more. She was hungry. But they watch for her, I guess. She's the most famous cat on the island. Like, this place is like nowhere that I have ever been. It's not just a matter of it being the number 3 safest place in the world. I mean, when you open the window, I can hear the sound of the waves and the seagulls in the distance. The people here are kind. They're not nice, they're kind. I have heard a number of stories of the most unbelievable acts of honesty, integrity, and kindness. I sort of feel bad for anyone who ever leaves this place and like travels to the outside world, because unfortunately you won't always come across that. I mean, I left my cell phone at a foreign hotel today, not one I'm staying at, And then I left and was walking all down the Broadway, all down the Lock Promenade. I went to a convenience store to get some things I needed for the hotel. Continued to walk almost all the way to my hotel before I realized that my phone was missing, and I was distraught. And I'm like, I know I'm on the Isle of Man, it's going to be okay, but if anyone has bad luck, it'll be me. I'll find like the one dishonest person. But no, I mean, I went back to the convenience store. They looked around, they didn't have it. So I had to continue. I walked back to the Best Western. And the girls at the bar, I walked in, the look on my face, they were like, "We got your phone. It's down at reception." I'm like, she's like, "Don't be upset, it's okay." I'm like, "Well, you don't know how things really are." I think I need to get this cat out of here. It's not the same cat as last night. I know that they're both very similar and they're probably with the same owner, but the other one has a pink collar that does not say, "Please do not feed me." This one says, "Please do not feed me." Oh. Are you going to sleep with me tonight? Smudge? Maybe she does stay. I don't have a litter box. Hi, Smudge. You're so soft. You have such a pretty purr. Pretty girl. How funny that this cat has its own Facebook page and it winds up on my YouTube channel. That's a famous cat. Good night, Smudge. It was nice to meet you. Take care. Maybe I'll see you again sometime, my friend. That's so fucking cool. I kind of feel bad that I fed her. The other cat didn't have that collar. It's just pink. I held her. It didn't say anything. Oh my gosh, I came downstairs to smoke a cigarette and Nick was waiting for me. Smudge. Hi. Hi. Oh my gosh, maybe I am home. She thinks she's home. Come on. I mean, she's fucking waiting in the lobby. I mean, the door's open, so maybe it's warm in the vestibule, but I mean, I don't know. I have to sleep on this. But it doesn't feel like a rushed sort of choice because I'm still thinking about it, but it feels right. My intuition and my gut are telling me. I talked to someone tonight about what they need for construction and property management here. And I could do that without having to get very much more training on their codes. And it would be right up my alley. It'd be perfect for me because the detail-oriented, I could tie up the loose ends and fucking help some of these projects get done. I think this is going to happen one way or another. She wants to go in. Okay, so you're in. Now what? You're waiting for me? I wonder if she wants to go back upstairs. I can't feed her again. I do know I gave her enough food that she doesn't look starving. I'm sure people are feeding her. She doesn't look unhealthy. And the amount of food I gave her was at least a day's food, even if she was hungry. So I'm not going to feed her again. But if she wants to come sleep with me, she can. She's walking around the lobby. She doesn't want me. She just wants to be inside. Maybe she'll get her fill, and when I go inside after I smoke my cigarette, she'll come back out, because I can't leave her locked in the hotel all night. She'll be shit in distant places. Questions or comments? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Have a great night, guys.